Hello and welcome back to another video. I've just filmed this and I'm having to redo it because this beautiful boy right here keeps catching focus. So today what I want to talk about is something that I feel like is a little bit more overlooked in the Korean pop industry than I would like: music video directors. So despite how big of a role they play in new K-pop fans being interested in the genre and K-pop becoming worldwide, I still feel like the directors of these videos aren't really spoken about enough. So here I am. A little bit of background about me. I've been working in the video industry and making music videos for almost 10 years now, and within those 10 years I've also worked in South Korea in a video production company and with a music agency. So first things first, I want to talk about Seo Hyun Seung. He is one of my favourite video directors in South Korea at the moment. So Seo Hyun Seung works predominantly with YG artists, even artists in the YG world, so like the Black label and things like that. So if you think of someone like Blackpink, 21, Big Bang, there was always one of two types of videos. The first type will be the big sets and the flashy lights, the designer clothes, things like that. That's the first type. The second type will be a bit more gritty, a bit more darker, filmed on location, filmed abroad. That second type will 99.9% of the time be Seo Hyun Seung's work. He doesn't get the budget that the first type of music video would get. That doesn't mean he doesn't have a lot of money in it, because he does, it's just not as much. And so for this reason, he tends to shoot out on location quite a lot, and he tends to film in things like bedrooms and houses, just rarely on a set. But if he does film on a set, it will never be big, glitzy, glamorous music video. That's just not his style. Say for example, Rose by Lehigh. That was directed by him. That was very clearly shot in the studio, but there was very dark undertones to it and some very gritty, shaky shots. I love that video. There's just so much going on. So of course he's got a lot of experience shooting on location, and for this reason, when the YG artist shoots in another country, they tend to use him to direct that video. So he's shot videos in London, think Crooked by G-Dragon, Solo by Jennie, and he's also done things like New York as well, things like Happy by 21, Bad Boy by Big Bang. So Seo Hyun Seung's work really lends itself to a more highly emotive type of song, and the reason being is that because his music videos are actually a bit more gritty, his camera work tends to be a lot more shakier, think organized chaos, and this kind of style lends itself to heightened emotions, whether it be anger, fear, confusion. So if you see any sort of YG music video that's kind of going crazy emotionally, that will be his work. Another thing I absolutely love about his work is that you can just watch his music videos on a superficial level. You can watch it because it's pretty, perfect, it's fine, it looks good. However, if you're like me and you want to dig just a little bit deeper, you can really find some golden nuggets in there. There is so much symbolism and hidden meanings within his music videos, all very well tied into the song that the video is for. So the second music video director I want to talk about is the director of the other type of video that you get from a YG artist. This is the one shot in a studio. They've just thrown money at it. Designer clothes, extravagant props, amazing cuts, amazing lighting, and amazing sets. This director is Seo Hyun Seung. This director has been in the game for decades, like absolutely ages, from the very, very beginning up until now. He's been a very reliable director for YG Entertainment. I haven't really seen him do anything outside of YG. Correct me if I'm wrong, I personally haven't seen anything outside of YG that he's done. So you have 100% seen his work. He's done everything for every group in YG. Everything he uses is very expensive, and he's also very good at finding like extravagant props, and no one really knows how he sources them. Say the tiger in One of a Kind, or the tank in Do 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 Do. So one thing that I think is really good with his work and how it's aged throughout the years is that he's very on top of the fact that the new generations of people listening to K-pop are having shorter and shorter attention span, and this is because of things like TikTok and things like that. And so what he does in his music videos is that he uses so many cuts between scenes and within scenes, and there's just so much visuals going on that it is perfect for an audience who are used to seeing a video that is less than a minute long. His work very strongly represents the artist and what they're after. Like if you take one shot from one music video he's done without even listening to the song, you will immediately know what style of song it is. Say if you took a screenshot from One of a Kind, you can immediately tell that's a rap song, or a screenshot from I Am the Best. The metals, the colours, you can tell it's an electronic song. The visuals and the craziness in his videos all harmonise together to create, again, I like to use this word, organised chaos. And it really lends itself to very upbeat, crazy music. Anything that Teddy's made works perfectly with this director's visual style. So the next director I want to talk about is Jin from Project Architecture. I think he goes by Paranoid Paradigm now. I'm not entirely sure, don't quote me on that. So you have 100% seen his work everywhere. Here are some examples of his work.
Like me, no lover like me. You make me crazy, hey. Open your eyes, open your eyes. Open your eyes.
This is all his, and you can tell that's all his because you don't get this style in Korea. In Korea, they like their natural lighting, they like the skin to look clean, and they like the shots to look clean. However, he's managed to marry that idea up with a Western sort of style of filming. So he's still got amazing skin, amazing camera movements and choreography, but he's kind of paired that up with the Western idea of the neon lights, bright colours, edgy edits, edgy camera movements. And the way it all works together is so incredibly unique. He actually tends to get quite a high budget for some of his videos. He has worked with artists of all walks of life. So he's worked with people with less money, with more money, but somehow he manages to produce the videos of a similar quality. People like Seo won't have the budget that NCT have, but she was still given an absolutely stunning video for Lover Like Me, like with the hair and everything. And that to me is a sign of a very good director, someone who can take any amount of money and make the most of it. I think that's so impressive. When he does have the budget to do so, you will notice that he uses quite a lot of CGI and special effects, which again is very unheard of in the music video industry because there isn't usually a lot of money for it. And the special effect that he does use quite a lot is cloning. So although he's doing it in multiple videos, they never come across samey. They're always very different because the artists he works for are so different. And what I absolutely love about his work is that because he takes quite a lot of influence from modern art and things that he just sees out and about, every single shot is very meticulously planned out. And for that reason, you can screenshot any section of any of his music videos, print it out, frame it, and it'll be an art piece. And as well as all the lights that he uses, the contrast between scenes and contrast within scenes, he also has a very edgy edit style, which again isn't something you see a lot in the K-pop industry. Another video director I want to talk about is actually two directors under one name, Digipedi. I don't know the ins and outs of how they work, whether they work together on videos or they just do like a video each, I don't know, but they have been in the industry for decades. They've been doing this for so long and they've done everything. Every artist you can think of they've worked with. I swear to God, I don't know how they do it. So one way to kind of know their work by just looking at it is that they use a lot of surrealism and things in places that they shouldn't be, but it's never like, it's always very well thought out and very well portrayed, so it always looks good. And because of this reason, because of the surrealism that they tend to put into their videos, a couple of their videos have made it viral. One of them, the most notable one being Orange Caramel, where they're sushi. That was made viral within the K-pop fan base and outside of it. And I think it's still circulating today. So I feel like when they've got a lot of creative freedom and they can do things like that, they actually really excel. But one thing that I do want to know about Digipedi is that what they do that the other directors don't really do is they show a real human side of the artists. And I think that's something really special at the moment. We all know like the very typical K-pop music video, they've got like a stone cold face and their lips are barely moving. A lot of Digipedi's music videos aren't like that. The artists are just being free, they're just having fun. The video is just having fun. The whole thing just looks like a whole lot of fun. Whether the artist is playing into a character and having fun with the character, whether they're just being themselves. The artists tend to look very comfortable and very happy on camera. And I feel like that comes with working with someone who's very easygoing and open-minded like Digipedi must be. I think the other videos, as lovely as they can be, they do forget that people exist in the videos too, they're not just props. And what I love about Digipedi is that you're seeing a human side to the artist, and it doesn't mean compromising anything artistically. I really want to see that more in the industry. I am so sick of just seeing a stone cold face, lips barely moving, eyes choreographed to the camera. When the eyes are choreographed, that's how you know it's a bit too overmanaged. Okay, so that was K-pop music video directors that you didn't know you was obsessed with. Which one was your favourite and why? Let me know. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments and I will answer them, obviously. Thank you for watching. Peace out.